Sell out. Officers sell out. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Do you honestly expect us to believe this crock of crap that you're selling right now, that you're trying to sell right now? Do you honestly expect us to believe that this young man that had everything going for him, that had the whole world ahead of him, Division I football tryouts that Monday, which within a short years could have took him to the NFL, voluntarily decided that day, of all days, to want to take cocaine, to voluntarily take cocaine? Come on, my guy. The jig is up on this cover up, man. You know why? Because in the very beginning, early on in this thing, somebody had already connected his white friend group to that substance. Did you know that? If you go back and you look over, there was a call in the interview. Another young person that was, somebody familiar with them from school, maybe another friend of his, had already stated that it was very well known around school and stuff that particular friend group Nolan was in, that white friend group that Nolan was in, partook in a certain substance. Now, they didn't name the substance at the time because they're like, we don't know if I could do that here on this, and should I do it at the time? But they already said this. They're already connected to the use of this substance. And that same caller was already adamant about the idea that Nolan was very adamant about not taking any substances in because he knew he had these tryouts coming up for Division I football. He didn't want to mess that up. Now, of course, they may try to say, well, he was drinking. He was heavily drinking, like there's so many of these great witnesses that all of a sudden came out to say, and he wasn't in his right mind, and that's why he did it. But wasn't everybody else out there drinking? Didn't Warren, say, hey, people out there drinking, people pretty hammered and all this type of stuff. So you're saying that everybody else was hammered, but was still controlled enough to say no to drugs. But Nolan wasn't. He was the one that was hammered and said, fuck it, I'm going to take some cocaine. Come on, bro. We got to stop this. This is ridiculous that you're trying to smear this young man like that. And even if it did come back in the system like that, here's the thing. You didn't get that from no super tip. This is information you probably got from them because this is things that these kids already confessed to their parents, the lady that's the judge and all that. They already confessed to this stuff. You really want us to believe that these privileged group of white kids from Mississippi had nothing to do with this cocaine? You out your mind.